Howdy, howdy. It is Wednesday, the 21st of February, and we are now about 30 minutes into the trading day. And as you can see from the indices at the top, we are a little bit in the red. The Dow is down 122, 123 points. Crude has started low, but is starting to recover. So um, it's now back up above where around where it opened, although it did take a bit of a dip. So we're up about 27, 28 cents there in the crude. And then as we scroll down and take a look, I mean, the big news for today is everybody is waiting on NVDA's earnings that come out after market close today. And it's like sitting on pins and needles in the market because depending on how these come out, it's going to affect the market probably more negatively than positively, unless they have some kind of blowout number, as well as really great forward looking guidance. So, if that doesn't happen, um, it's likely to stall things. And so, you're seeing some money on the sidelines, you're seeing some money deployed into other areas. But looking at kind of what's happened this week, we had great earnings yesterday from Walmart. They popped and now they're off a little bit. As you can see here in WMT, you had Home Depot with less than excellent earnings and forecast, and they were down yesterday. They're down again today, about the same amount as Walmart. And then even your more stable stocks in the healthcare sector, HCA and Humana and Cardinal Health. Um, Cardinal's up a little bit, but they're pretty much even or down to a certain extent. You're seeing in oils, we had a bad day in oil yesterday in refining, but they're rebounding, but only a small amount. So you do have some forward traction in some of these, but not to any great extent. So you're still seeing that everybody is kind of in a pause and holding pattern. MRO, Marathon Oil Corp, announces today as well. This has been gaining some traction in recent weeks. I don't think it's going to certainly bounce up to its past kind of range of $28 to $31 anytime soon. But if it does come out with better than expected earnings today, we could see it move into the 24, 25, $26 range. I think that would be aggressive 26, but hitting 24 and a half wouldn't be unusual if earnings were positive with MRO today. You've got others that have a nice little bounce to them. So if you kind of sat on the sidelines yesterday and waited and then bought in at around end of market or when things dipped to a price range that you were happy with, you could have made some money there. For example, SLB, we've been seeing that in the 47 range in the last 2 weeks, and we're now at 49, up half a dollar, 50 cents. So that's a good little increase of 1% there for the morning. Could be an exit point in that case. CVE, we've been talking about for the last couple of months, had good earnings. It dropped yesterday. It's now kind of recovered. I mean, I know it was up at the 2360s, but around 2350 right now. It's at a good spot where you might want to consider earnings. Stock that surprised me last night with earnings, but maybe it shouldn't have, looking at Cisco's results this year or this quarter, is Palo Alto. I would have thought with Cloudflare coming in and having positive earnings and growing on the security side, I was thinking that Palo Alto, being a very established and successful organization, would have come in with stronger numbers, and they really missed expectations. And obviously, due to that, dropped almost $100 a share. So what do you do here? Well, if you own it, you probably want to sit on it. If you don't own it, you probably want to look at a potential acquisition of it, thinking that, nothing stays down forever. Everyone has a bad quarter now and again. And this, if you're looking to add some IT technology security to your portfolio, this could be a way to enter with a small allotment of shares. Maybe it's 100 shares to start. And then you could add to that position on a monthly basis and kind of dollar cost average in until you get to where you want to be. What you often also see on these kind of significant pullbacks in a single day is that it'll drop significantly, and then tomorrow it's likely to bounce maybe 2 to 5% in an upward trajectory. So that could be a short-term play. It is a riskier play, but it is something that you could consider. The others that we're looking at here, so Microsoft's off, all the big names are off. So Microsoft's off, ARM is up only $1. On semiconductors down, a lot of these large IBM's off. Um, Obviously, Lam Research is down, semiconductor related. You've got um, Alibaba making a move today, which is interesting. NVDA is off $11, waiting for earnings to come out at the end of the day. Again, if you feel positive, like Goldman Sachs does about NVIDIA, you could pick it up for maybe a bargain today. And you never know, it could be an extremely positive outcome. We've seen it in the past, but it has to be good on multiple fronts for this to continue. And then Google, it's down in the low 140s. So if NVIDIA does exceed expectations and hit it out of the park with future guidance, we're going to see the whole NASDAQ probably shift upward in a pretty significant manner. And that's going to be a good time to really think about maybe getting out of some holdings that you've made a profit in, or that you're coming back to profitability in, and maybe you're not profitable in yet, because it's not likely to stay there, in my opinion. I think we're going to see a big spike in either direction, and at that point, it's probably worth evaluating whether it's time to take profits or not. And then financials, I'm kind of staying clear of financials at this point because I think that's the other shoe to drop in the coming, call it, month and a half until mid-April, when we get back into more financial results. I think what we're going to see there is, again, the commercial real estate sector and the anchor around the foot or the neck of many of these financials, dragging them downwards and increasing reserves and increasing loan losses and loan loss provisions. So that's where we are today on the 21st. Let's keep our fingers crossed, hope for the best with NVIDIA results today, because it's going to help everyone out. And good luck in your trading day.